Hey y'all, it's Black Natural Plant-Based Mama. I am back. Wait, I'm looking to make sure one of my two snake friends is not, that I'm not gonna step on him. No, I don't own snakes because, yeah, no. I just have two black garter snakes in my yard. So, just making sure I'm not stepping on anybody. So, anywho, today we are going over what I call my surf. Some people, it's my garden, blah blah blah. But since I'm pretty much growing only food, I decided I would call it something different. So it is called my surf, my suburban residential farm. The residential farm part came from my mom. She's hilarious. So here are some of the things, and mind you, it is ragtag and makeshift, but I'm just gonna go through it all. I'm getting ready to have our deck redone, so I got kind of stuff everywhere. So, anywho, this is one of the most recent projects. This is the kiddie pool, and this one looks funky because it has some of the clay dirt mixed in with landscape dirt. And I mean, this clay dirt here it's something. But anywho, so there is butternut squash. Those leaves are doing pretty good. I noticed that something has taken a bite. But yeah, it looks like everybody's surviving. We had a ridiculous rainstorm. Oh wow, my bad. I was about to pull that up and it looks like that's already setting down more roots, so do you, boo. Okay. This is some watermelon. That is eggplant. And again, everything looks real suspect because there was a heck of a rainstorm. This one is Sriracha Peppers. And it is growing. As you can see, it's a good little size. I'm trying to get up under there. It's a good little size baby there. Honestly, it came with that. A little one, but you can also see there's more coming. This one is something else. This one is for like making crushed red pepper. So as you see, that one's a nice and long in there. Dirty. And then I think there's going to be some more coming out of there eventually. Over here it's called mango melon. I hope I don't lose it. But that I grew from seed. So it looks like I got to come out here and do some stuff. Prune some leaves and stuff to make sure it survives okay. And here is more watermelon. As you can see, some's growing out this way, and then this one is just stretching its little way on over. I don't see any little baby watermelons yet. I do see those annoying little white flies, but I don't know what to do about those. Those are some beets that I grew from seed. Sometime I started, I think, the seed in May. We'll see how those end up. This one is some mesclun mix, which is like a lettuce mix, some curly kale, and some placenta kale. Over here, I think these are both actually pretty much the same thing. Just two containers of the same thing. What else would we have? There are potatoes in both of these bags, and I just covered them all up again with straw because the shoots were coming through. So I figured in a couple of days there'll be more. There's some potatoes in there. They were literally just like some seed potatoes that I had that had to do something with. So that's what I did. Here we have, I knew that little piece of parsley was not going to survive. Lies, is that my cilantro? Man, the whole thing just croaked. Cilantro is so particular. Get off of there. Anyway, this is my little herb stacky, Mr. Stacky. Hope you guys can hear me okay because I don't have an external mic on here. So we've got some parsley on that level. Ooh, getting some new parsley shoots. Yay. Which means I probably need to harvest all of this because, as you can see, that is very, very stalky. Some rosemary there. I got Greek oregano, box basil, regular basil, more parsley, cilantro. There's all kind of stuff on there. This is the big one. This is my big Mr. Stacky. And this little purple basil was really trying to hang on. Up here, I've got a Poblano pepper plant. As you can see, I got some little buds finally. I did not think that thing was going to make it. Here is one, it's just called Salsarific. Let's get rid of that one. I honestly had almost thought this thing was dead, but man, that rainwater came along and look at all of those new shoots. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get rid of these old yellowy type leaves. And honestly, so in a way, really, I'm pruning this particular plant. And what will happen is like all of these shoots now are really going to take off. This PVC pipe in the middle is really just for stability for this big old thing. Here is my sweet banana pepper. And look at that beautiful, beautiful baby. And look at all of those. Look at them. Yes, I'm so excited. And I am seeing that I need to do some pest control. So, as I showed you, like there's that purple basil. This all came from the same plant, like the same start. But look at this one. Holy buckets. I mean, that's all one stalk up under there, and it's just been splitting off. So, oh man, that smelled good. Just moving it smells so good. What else? Strawberries. I'm trying. I cannot find any more strawberry plants. There's one. And then there's strawberry plant over here. Some red lettuce. There's a lot of empty spots. There's a lot of empty spots on this one that I haven't quite gotten to yet. And here are my, what are these? Salsarific peppers. And this baby has fully turned red. Like the other day, he was purple. Like slowly moving up. So at this particular point, we can go ahead and snatch that one off of there. Because you see all of these little spots here. There's those spots. And that's going to be spots where more peppers are going to come off. So I want to make sure to make room for them. So that's those. It is so humid out here. What else? I got a couple of little things on the patio. What do we have here? Some lettuce that just, honestly, I picked off all those pieces and just left them there. Believe it or not, well, yeah, that was a lettuce plant. It just did not survive. I don't think those are going to do well because Generally, lettuce is a cool weather crop, and it is not cool. Some pineapple tops that I put out. Some of the stuff I'm really, like that one, I don't think it's going to make it. That one, I'm definitely seeing green growth up under there. So that one I think is going to do okay. Honestly, I just started gardening this year. Like, oh, my screen is filthy. There. So honestly, like I just started this year. I've been notoriously known for having a brown thumb, and I just figured, nah, we need to change that. Let's do something different. So I just started growing stuff. So I bought some tomato plants. These are my beefsteak babies. So these are my beefsteak babies, and they are doing okay. I mean, like, this bunch over here. Cannot wait. The beets, I bought those from starts and not from seed, so yeah, we'll see how that ends up. My green beans, I don't know how that's going to end up. I don't know how this monstrosity is going to end up. I tried to stake it to give it somewhere to grow, and yeah, it's still doing its own thing. I'm keeping that purple cabbage. I just got rid of a second purple cabbage, a red cabbage, and a green cabbage, a couple green cabbages that were in there because they really weren't getting any space. So there's a lima bean that it's literally the only lima bean that I could get to grow from seed. I don't know why. Like I said, there's a lot that I'm learning here. And my broccoli is full on dying back there. So I looked it up. It's called something. So it sounds like that one I'm going to have to just pull up as well. Anyway, so there's some peanuts. I went to a different market and there were peanut plants, so I grabbed one. We'll see what happens. What the heck? That's weird. This is two things. There's cucumbers, which it's really growing, but none of them are surviving. I'm kind of trying to let it do its own thing and pollinate, and not me having to come out here all the time and self-pollinate. So we'll see. And then there's also squash, as you can see, that one there. It's pretty good. So looks pretty strong. We'll see how that works out. And I think, yeah, that's the baby. So it's like a baby butternut, like there. Oh, so cute, so cute. Let's see what happens. Here are my bell peppers. I got a red bell pepper plant and a yellow bell pepper plant. And we just had like a terrific rain the other day. And so it looks like they're really, really, really trying to take off. I just have to keep and make sure that the squash plants don't do too much. So it's very, very, very leggy, but there might be a spot or two. Like I see little buds and there's a flower, so hopefully something comes out soon. The red bill, there's just a lot of leaves. We'll see what happens. Over here, there is more squash and squash and squash. And you see a lot of flowers, but all of those are dudes. So we'll see what happens. All those dudes. All those dudes in there. This one is a Japanese eggplant. We'll see what happens. Looks like there are gonna be a couple dudes that'll be flowering first. Like there. And maybe an actual eggplant will show up at some point. So my tomatoes. There's like 3 different types of tomatoes in this grow bag. There's husky cherry red. There's a grape tomato, and the one that I did not think was going to survive, which was the Napa, not the Napa, but the Roma tomatoes. They took forever. Like my husky cherry red is just everywhere. And then finally one day I was like, oh, I see you in there, little Roma tomatoes. So that's exciting. Now these were not, I think I got, none of these I did from seed. But like I just pruned this thing. More potatoes. I literally have just potatoes all over the place. This was a Japanese sweet potato that I let go sprout some eyes, and then I just put it in a Dollar Tree bucket that I drilled some holes in for drainage, and put it in some dirt, covered it up in a little dirt, and then from there I've just been putting straw over it. So I saw that on YouTube. We'll see how that works out. This one is, what are you? I don't know. We'll see when it comes up. This was my first potato thing. So I used a grow bag. I just tried to move it yesterday and saw what happened. It's a Dollar Tree grow bag, so there. I got what I paid for. So I won't touch it again until it's time to harvest. But I would imagine with how big this thing is, I could probably reach in there and maybe find some new potatoes, but I'm gonna give it some time. And then that's my corn. Most of the stuff I have is in containers, because I really just did not want to deal with this hard clay dirt. I mean, it like literally cracks. So most of my stuff is in containers. That was like a $6.97 container from Menards or Walmart or somewhere. Another watermelon plant. More random tomato plants. And it literally, I bought them in like one of those 6-pack sets, and it just said like tomato plants. So you see I need to do some more pruning. So that one, if you can see that back there. So this one is a sugar baby watermelon plant. So I do see a flower on that part of it. And then there's this one. And this particular vine is growing pretty well. And this one I thought I saw where? Oh yeah. I do see, yep, I see a little something there. Again, along with those annoying ass white flies. Those little things. So yeah, sometimes you get excited because you see them and then they don't survive, which is very commonly what is happening with my, that's so common what's happening with my cucumbers. And then like a 6 start of Wakefield cabbage that I got. I've been waiting for it to really, really head, but it's just been getting taller and taller and taller. So we'll see. More peppers. This is my other banana pepper plant. So there's that one. And there's another little one in there hiding. I don't remember what that is. It's some kind of pepper, I know that much. And this one is a sweet heat. So you can see there's a lot of growth on that one. So many peppers just everywhere. But I am trying to leave them on. Like that one has been there for a very long time. I did harvest one of them. It smelled just like a green pepper, which was weird for me because I don't like green peppers. So this time I'm actually trying to wait. Let's see, that's what they're supposed to look like in there. So I'm trying my best to wait until they turn until they turn red before I take it off of there. So as I'm dripping sweat here, making it over to the other side, and I'm looking down the whole time to make sure, one, I don't step on one of the snakes, two, I don't step in dog poop. So over here, bing. Okay, so over here we have, that is raspberries? Sure. Yes, I believe those are raspberries. It's a pretty prolific and healthy raspberry bush. I should have some stuff to eat pretty soon. Oh no, how dare you? There you go. I have the netting over it because this was my blueberry bush. Is my blueberry bush. And there were blueberries on there and they were going to be ready to eat, and I was so excited. I looked at them one night and they were there, and then the next, hi Paco, next door neighbor's dog. And then the next day I went to get them and they were all gone. I have not really had any blueberries grow back since, so that's probably going to be a next year crop. So this is what I call the orchard. I have, this one is a white peach tree, white princess peach tree. And yes, there are peaches in there. And they are all holding up pretty well, thank goodness. And even some bright, fresh new green leaves coming in. Here is the yellow delicious apple tree. We'll see. I've been fighting rust is what it's called. And now, okay, let me see if you guys can see this, because I see some movement. Yeah, see that? I'm going to be back out here in just a little bit. In just a very little bit, I'm going to be back out here to take care of that kind of stuff, because, I mean, she wants to grow. Like, look at it. There's little starts. Like, she wants to grow. But between the, I mean, even these down here, that's new. So even those down there, it really wants to grow, but stuff keeps eating it. Here is this one is a gold plum tree I got from Home Depot. A good amount of leaves. They've been hanging in there. I see some definite serious chomping going on there. But I didn't have a chance to like reapply anything after this last storm. So what I've been trying to use is like peppermint oil and stuff like that. Let's see. Hey, let's see what this little beetle's doing. Can you guys see him? Where's he at? Nope. There, I think he is dining. I'm sure he probably is. Yeah. I need to make those leaves. Yep, like I'm looking at him eating. I need to make those leaves way less tasty. I mean, yeah, you guys can have some, but anywho, this is my This is my clementine, my Owari Satsuma clementine tree. I had blooms. All my blooms are gone, and so now we're left with stuff like this that I am hoping will successfully turn into fruit. And this is my Meyer Lemon. I've got one set of blooms and stuff over there. You see them. And, it's still growing. So maybe I'll end up with a lemon or 3 this year. A lot of this stuff I'm really putting in place for the long term. This one is my... Hi, Paco. This one is my Bear's Lime tree. I don't see any buds or anything yet, but work in progress. Work in progress. So this is what I have been doing for the past couple of months. I am now working on Rainwater Collection, so that instead of watering everything from the faucet, which I don't mind paying the bill, it's not necessarily that, but I have just recently discovered that, man, that rainwater does hit different. So that is where we are. That is what I've been doing. I'll be doing some more to kind of make it look a little more pretty later. I do still have a couple of things on my deck. There is a container-based little pickling cucumber plant. As you can see, it's growing lovely. You can even see, I told you, my deck is getting done starting Monday. But you can even see, they're growing, and then they don't last. They shrivel up. All of those pretty much shrivel up. And mind you, I have been out here and I have been using a little makeup brush to, those are shallots. More tomatoes. One little tomato plant. So that one's doing great. But grapevine I got. This one I got a grapevine. It's like $3.50 for it at Walmart on clearance. And I would say when I got it, let's see, it was probably maybe about there. Like none of that was there. So it's done okay. I don't expect anything this year. And there is stevia and mint. And this one is a blackberry bush. So all kind of stuff we're working on. We'll see in a few months what ends up harvesting and what does not. I'll still be planting seeds and those kind of things, and we'll keep you guys on it. So sorry this didn't go up yesterday, but I will see you guys tomorrow.